I wanted to come here to explain what is happening because you're probably expecting that Jesse has returned from his trip, but a very serious and unexpected emergency has occurred, and I am guest hosting for Jesse. My name is Brittany Page from the Page Perspective here on YouTube. You may remember me from last time that I guest hosted when Jesse had cancer and had to be out for surgery and recovery and treatment. And you may know me from I Doubt It, the podcast that I host with Jesse, or you may not know me at all. And that's either way, I'm here to give you an update on what's happening. So first and foremost, Jesse is okay and healthy. I want to say that up front because I'm sure a lot of you are concerned about that and worried about him specifically. Unfortunately, the current crisis involves someone very close to him. And all we know is that a doctor told us on the phone that his friend is in very serious condition. And by that, I mean life and death. And Jesse knew that he needed to fly back to Scotland where his friend was. And I'm going to explain a lengthier story, but I'm just kind of giving you the details so that you're not waiting until the end. Jesse knew he needed to fly back to be with his friend and his friend's wife, who is alone at the bedside of her husband in a place that is unfamiliar, that is not home, Scotland. So now I'll just kind of tell the story. And bear with me here because this is quite emotional and it's been very emotional. So I'm going to try to get through it without crying. And so as many of you know, Jesse went on a trip to Scotland with me. We went on a trip to Scotland for his birthday and his two lifelong friends came with us. And it was a great trip. As many of you saw, Garrison Hayes was the guest host during that period of time and he did a fantastic job. During our trip in Scotland, Jesse's friend fell ill. And he was still mobile and exploring Scotland with us on Monday. And then Monday evening, he felt really unwell and retired early for the evening and went to bed. On Tuesday, he was sick all day and it didn't really seem severe though. So he just kind of seemed ill and he stayed in bed all day and was, taking medications. And on Wednesday, we flew back home to Washington, D.C. early in the morning while our friends stayed behind. And that was the original plan. They were going to stay behind and have a few more days of exploring when we went home. And they ended up telling us when we were on our flight home that things had taken a turn and Jesse's friend needed to be in the ER. So they went to the ER. And since then, his condition has only declined and he remains in critical condition. The doctors are working to find a diagnosis. They're working to find a path forward. There are updates seemingly by the hour. So by the time you watch this, things may have changed. But if you've been with Jesse in this community for a while, you know that he has shared some history of familial strain due to politics and other reasons. And he has talked about the importance of creating a friend family, a family of choice. I'm sure many of you watching this have also done that in your lives. His sick friend is that for him, his family of choice, his brother. They are lifelong friends. And so this is stressful for everyone involved. Please send your well wishes, good vibes, good thoughts, whatever you're willing to send. I'm sure that his friend, his friend's wife, I'm sure everyone involved would appreciate that. Like so many people watching this, even in moments of crisis, we have to buckle down and work to keep things running, keep things going. So I will be here. I will be here talking about the news. I will be here talking about the headlines like I'm used to doing, as we've done I Doubt It podcast for 10 years. And I know this is a supportive community that loves Jesse, that loves the people close to him. And so I know that you will be sending your well wishes to his friend and supporting the channel while he is away. He did pack a tripod, to take with him, so he may be showing up on the channel in the next few days. Like I said, things keep changing, and if there's any kind of update that I can share, I will certainly share it. Until then, please stay tuned and join me in the following days to talk about the daily events happening that we need to stay tuned to. We appreciate your support. We're all pulling for Jesse's friend, who I'm intentionally not naming. And as Jesse would say, be genuine and take care of one another.